Hey guys, Danielle here. Today we are doing a video on how to be a girl boss, and I am so excited for this video because I definitely just totally binge watched the entire series on Netflix of Girlboss. And if you guys don't know what Girlboss is, it started out as a book by Stephanie Amoruso. Personally, I have not read the book, I just watched the series, but I got so inspired watching it that I definitely wanted to make a video for you guys just to I don't know, I think it's super empowering and just really amazing. That has a really great message for everybody, especially young women, and I just thought I would come up with 10 ways on how to be a girl boss. Personally, for me, a girl boss, I should, explain what a girl boss means to me. Most people think of it more as a successful businesswoman, but for me, I think it's just being more successful in your everyday life, whether that's through school, college, family, friends, just being more successful and more confident, and just being more productive and proactive on just daily things and daily activities, and just having a more positive mindset and being more of a go-getter. So before we get into the video, I want to just say thank you guys so much for the amazing comments. I feel I say this every time, but you guys are so supportive and so genuine and so amazing and super heartwarming, and you guys are amazing. The comment section is just on fire these days, and I really love reading all my comments because you guys just make my day, literally so much. If you guys love this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, not enough self-promo already. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more of me. I'm posting videos every Tuesday now, so stay tuned for those. But if you guys want to see 10 tips on how to be a girl boss, then just keep watching. Tip number 1 on how to be a girl boss is to put yourself first. Now, some people might think this is super contradictory because you're always hearing put other people before you and be more selfless, but I'm talking about this in the mindset that you always need to recognize your needs and what your body needs at this current time, or maybe your mind needs. This is definitely more of a physical and emotional state, and just always keeping them in check, because if you are super down in the dumps, you're never gonna be as successful as you can be as if you were happy. So definitely recognize your needs and constantly be reevaluating them. That could definitely mean eating healthy, working out, getting enough sleep every night, or just recognizing what you need at that time in your life. Tip number 2 is to create a routine. Now, this can be a morning routine, it could be a night routine, maybe it could be a school or work routine, whatever works for you. But creating a routine is gonna be a lot more effective, and it's gonna make you a lot more productive. I say this because once you start creating a routine and your body starts just getting in the routine of things, then at a certain time of day, let's say 4 p.m., you're gonna be a lot more productive because your body's gonna know hey, at this time I need to do all my school work. Just creating a routine is just gonna help you be more effective, more productive, and it's gonna help you achieve your goals, and it's just gonna help you easily flow through everyday life and be more successful as a person. Tip number 3 is to get inspired. Now, I find this to be super helpful for me to keep me motivated. You can find ways to be inspired on let's say Pinterest, Tumblr, maybe your celebrities, or anybody that's in a work profession that you would want to be in one day, that you want to look up to, so any of your role models. But I think being inspired is super helpful, and it keeps me always productive, just because I'm okay, this is what I want to do. It helps me start achieving goals and making goals. So I think being inspired is really going to help just keep you constantly motivated to do your best every single day. Going along with tip number 3 comes tip number 4, and that is to create goals. I think goals are super important in life just because they take you to where you aspire to be, or who you even want to be. I think creating daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, and even maybe 5-year plans are just super important in life because they help guide you to who you want to be and where you want to be. I think it's just super important to constantly be reevaluating your goals, and make sure you write them down on a hard piece of paper, and that you're looking at them every day, whether it's a super cool vision board, or maybe it's a poster. It just needs to be super motivational, and you need to see it every day, so you're constantly checking them. With setting goals, I think it's super important to work them into your routine, because if you're constantly working towards your goals every single day, it's gonna be a lot more effective, and you're gonna be a lot more productive and a lot happier because you're gonna achieve these goals in no time. Tip number 5 is to create daily to-do lists. Now, I think this is super important just because you're constantly reevaluating and knowing what you need to get done. Also, if it's a written reminder, you're less likely to forget it, because believe me, I can't keep everything in my mind, and I love writing things down. But your to-do list can include anything from, hey, maybe you have a project due, you want to read some more books, or maybe you just have been procrastinating to take the trash out like me, and you just really need to take the trash out that day. But I think to-do lists are super helpful and super great because you're always constantly on top of things, and you're always getting things done, and it always feels super great to just check it off every single day and feel a lot more productive. Tip number 6 on how to become a girl boss is to have more confidence in yourself. And this is a really important tip to me because a lot of people lack self-confidence, especially young women and myself included. Not gonna lie, with doing YouTube, it's really easy to start self-doubting because I'm putting my life out there for millions of people to view if they so choose. And when people start leaving hate comments, it's really easy to start like self-doubting and like totally get down on yourself. But one of my tips is just to start like recognizing when you're having like these doubting thoughts and find ways to get out of it. Like start like creating your own like self-love techniques and start realizing or like remembering why you started to do this in the first place. One of the quotes I've been living by lately is, if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? And I think this is a super amazing quote, and it's super humbling, honestly. When you start to like think about it, it's super inspiring because it's telling you that like no one else is who you are, and whatever you bring to the table is going to be super unique compared to everyone else because no one is who you are. Like, you're one of a kind and you're amazing. So definitely start being more confident in yourself and start realizing like, hey, like I am amazing and I can do whatever like I put my mind to. Tip number 7 on how to be a girl boss is to dress the part. And I think this is super important because when you start dressing the part, then you're gonna have a lot more confidence in yourself and you're gonna be a lot more productive just because you're like, man, I feel good, I look good, I'm gonna do good. One of the things that my mom told me like a long time ago that has obviously stuck with me is that when you dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have. And I think it's super important when you start putting that into mind because when you start like dressing up, you're gonna be a lot more productive and you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself, and people are gonna honestly take you more seriously when you have a presented or like well put together look every day and you don't look like a bum wearing like sweatpants. Because honestly, when I wear sweatpants, I am not productive whatsoever. I just want to lay in bed and watch Netflix all day. But when I dress up and look good, then I am like more likely to get things done and be more productive. Tip number 8 on how to be a girl boss is to get your head of the game. And this is a super important tip because when you're procrastinating, you're probably not doing your best work, and if anything, it's probably the worst work that you've done. And it is super stressful when you're constantly procrastinating. But if you start doing things sooner, and let's say you get like an assignment today and you start working on it today, you're gonna be done with it a lot sooner. It's gonna be a lot less stress, and it's gonna be probably the best work that you've done because you have more time to do it and more time to think about it, rather than being stressed to get it done at like the last minute. And at that point, you're probably like, I don't even care what grade I get. Tip number 9 on how to become a girl boss is to take more risk. And I think this is really important tip because when you start taking more risk, you start getting increased rewards. Now, these risks could be as simple as going on vacation, maybe it's for your school, or maybe it's even for like your work. But let's say like you got a promotion for your job and they want you to go all the way to New York and you've never been there before, and honestly, it probably scares you. Definitely take the leap of faith and just go for it because you're gonna learn a lot more about yourself when you start stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're gonna have a lot more moments of clarity where you just learn more about yourself. I think it's really important to constantly be stepping out of your comfort zone because you're gonna have a lot more opportunities that you never would have had if you would have just stayed in your shell. So I would definitely recommend stepping out of your comfort zone and taking a lot more risk in your everyday life. Tip number 10 on how to be a girl boss is do not quit. And this is the one that like gets everyone every single time. Like, it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to just sit back and be like, yeah, whatever, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. But definitely like, don't sit back, do it. Like, this is what you want to do. You're doing this for a reason, and constantly get motivated. Don't let anyone hold you back from doing what you want to do and what you love. So constantly be motivated, don't quit. I can't say it enough, just don't quit, guys. Like, I'm here for all of you guys, just don't quit, follow your dreams and do what you want to do. Honestly, it is just like so much better and like so much more like happier when you like do what you want to do and you're constantly motivated and have confidence in yourself. So guys, don't stop, you can do it. Alright guys, that is my 10 tips on how to become a girl boss, and if you loved it, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I'm committed to posting videos every Tuesday, and I'd love for you guys to join my little family. But also, don't forget to follow me on any of my social media. I will leave that linked all down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.